Hi there, welcome to Nonsense Whisky. My name's Vin PF, and on this episode we're going to be going back to a distillery that I haven't looked at for nearly 2 years. I actually covered an Aberlour as my first ever episode, which was before I really started doing the full-on weekly reviews 2 years ago, and I had terrible audio and zero presenting presence whatsoever, but I'm going to put a link to it anyway to go and have a laugh. So if you're a fan of the show and you haven't seen that yet, why not head over there and have a look at that wee little review. But we're going to be moving on to the Aberlour 12 year today. So it's just a little step up from the 10. Both the 10 and the 12 are really quite available in the UK. I don't know what it's like for the rest of the world. I should imagine you can get it pretty much anywhere because it's a 40%er, you know, it's one of these relatively high production ones. They've got probably 4 stills inside their distillery so that they can produce a lot of liquid. The 10, quite frequently near me anyway, goes for sort of £25, but you can get it as low as 20. This is a little bit higher, close to double. You're talking somewhere between 30 and 40, depending on what deals are on, where you go to get it. But it's still quite readily available. It's another 40%er, as I just said, but it's probably a little chill filtered, a little colour. Not a lot, I would wager, because it's an ex-bourbon, ex-sherry matured whiskey. It's not a lot more else to say about that, really. It's a pretty basic dram. It's affordable. Let's see if it's a big step up from the 10-year-old or if we should leave it alone. On the nose, it's quite sweet. It's big sherry, not something the industry like to call a sherry bomb, but it's big sherry still. There's some vanillas in there in the background as well. It's quite nice, it's quite pleasant. Creamy, if there's such a word. Creamy, I hear that getting thrown around a lot, but I think so. Let's have a go on the palate. It's got a big hit initially. Lots of sherry notes coming through. It's a little spicy, I would say. Not quite kind of black pepper, more clovey kind of spice, that kind of thing. Cinnamon, a little bit, not overpowering. If you're not a fan of the cinnamon flavour, it isn't like the flavour, it's the kind of spice hit instead. It's a little malty as well, I would say. Definitely a little malty. The only problem I got with it is the finish is really quite short. It's medium short, I would say. Medium is really giving it some kudos, but it's not quite there. It disappears quite quickly, and for me, I get just a slightly bitter aftertaste off of it. Nothing too horrendous. It's just a bit drying, a bit bitter. Kind of makes you just want to drink more of it, to be fair. But really, it's a bit more expensive than some of the 12-year-olds that are out there, for sure. But if you can catch it on a deal, I've seen this go for as little as £25, Christmas time, that sort of thing. That's an absolute steal. It's a decent step up from the 10-year. The 10-year is kind of bog standard. It's cheap. It knows exactly what it is. It's just a nice, affordable whiskey. This has that kind of extra little bump up. I'm not sure at full price it's really worth it, but as I said, it does come on cheap quite a lot. And if you can get it for cheaper than the quoted RRP, then I think it's a solid dram to have around. Probably not one that I would break out to convince people into liking whiskey. It's good enough, but I think it's got that kind of short finish that I wouldn't want to give to a newbie. I'd want them to experience the whole long finish thing. But yeah, it's a decent enough drop to have around. Why not? Hopefully, it won't be 2 years before I cover the next one in the range. I'm not actually sure if I do have the 15 or not. I think we have it goes 10, 12, 15, 16, 18, then some fancy ones, and the cask strength Aberlour. I think I've got batch 48 of that. I think they're so far ahead of me in that now. I think they're on like batch 58 at time of recording. But it's worth reviewing anyway. I'm sure I'll get to it soon. But if you want to see more videos just like this, don't forget to click here and here, and of course subscribe. Put out new content just like this every Monday and Thursday, with the odd little live thrown in as well. Thanks for watching.